Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this. You're sitting there, casually talking with him, when out of nowhere, he drops a simple line. I can't stop thinking about you. It sounds almost innocent, doesn't it? But let me tell you, when a man starts saying this, you're witnessing the beginning of something profound. His mind can't escape the idea of you. He's not just thinking about how you look or the time you spent together. He's thinking about you in a way that goes beyond attraction. He's thinking about your conversations, the way you make him feel, and the future you both could have. If he's constantly bringing you up, whether in the middle of a conversation or after time apart, it's his way of admitting that you've taken over his thoughts in the best way possible. When he shares this with you, it's his subtle way of saying, you matter. You've made a mark on me, and I can't seem to shake it off. And it's not just about physical attraction. No, it's deeper. It's about how you've stirred emotions in him, made him feel something he wasn't expecting. You've become a thought he can't push aside. Think about that. You've become part of his mental landscape. That's not just fleeting interest. That's something real and something he's not ready to let go of. When a man is falling for you, something shifts within him. He begins to look at himself through a different lens. He realizes that he doesn't just want to be good enough, he wants to be better. You challenge him in the best way possible, making him strive for the best version of himself. And he'll say it, you make me want to be a better man. When he says this, he's showing you that your influence on him is far beyond surface level admiration. It's the kind of influence that inspires growth, introspection, and positive change. You see, when a man starts saying this, he's admitting that he's not just physically attracted to you, he's emotionally moved by you, your strength, your character, your ability to handle life's challenges. These things don't just impress him, they motivate him. You've made him realize that the woman he's with should inspire him to evolve. And it's a beautiful, powerful thing when someone is willing to change for the better, especially because of their love for you. He's not just trying to win your approval, he's trying to win your heart by becoming the best version of himself. And that speaks volumes. Comfort is something that is often underestimated in relationships, but it's one of the strongest indicators that a man is falling for you. It's not just about sharing a space, it's about sharing your soul. When he says, I feel so comfortable with you, he's letting you know that you've created a safe space for him to be his true self. You've broken down the walls he's carefully constructed over time, and that's no small feat. Think about it. When a man feels comfortable around you, he doesn't just see you as someone to impress. He sees you as someone he can be vulnerable with. He can share his insecurities, his fears, and even his mistakes without the fear of judgment. And the best part, he doesn't just let you in. He wants to stay close to you because you're the only one who makes him feel like he's enough just as he is. That level of emotional connection, that's a sign that his feelings for you are growing stronger by the day. I don't know what I'd do without you. When you hear a man say this, take it to heart, because it's a statement that holds immense weight. It's not about dependency or needing someone to function. It's about significance. He's telling you that you've become an integral part of his daily existence. You're not just someone he's casually spending time with. You're someone who has deeply impacted his life in ways he can't even fully express. This isn't about him feeling lost without you. It's about him realizing that you bring something to his life that no one else can. Whether it's your humor, your intelligence, or simply the way you make him feel understood, you've become irreplaceable. And the truth is, when a man starts thinking this way, his feelings are running deep. You're not just another face in the crowd. You're a vital part of his emotional world. It's one thing for a man to enjoy the present moment, but when he starts talking about the future and includes you in it, that's when you know his feelings are no longer just temporary. He's imagining a future that involves you in ways that go beyond the next date or the next weekend getaway. He's thinking long term, and when he says, I see a future with you, he's letting you know that you've moved beyond the short-term attraction phase into something real and lasting. It's a powerful thing when a man starts to envision a future with someone. It's a clear sign that he's not just in it for the moment, He's looking at you as a potential partner, someone he could build a life with. And that shift from the present to the future, it's one of the clearest signs that he's developing deep, meaningful feelings for you. When a man starts saying, I want to make you happy, it's one of the clearest indicators that his feelings for you have moved beyond surface level admiration. This isn't just about him trying to please you or impress you. This is about him genuinely wanting to contribute to your well-being. He wants to see you smile. He wants to see you thrive. And the best part, he's willing to put in the effort to make that happen. This statement shows that his focus has shifted from just fulfilling his own needs to understanding yours. It's a clear sign of emotional investment. A man who wants to make you happy is a man who sees you as someone worth his time, his energy, and his heart. And when he starts putting you first, it's a beautiful sign that his feelings for you have grown into something truly special. Have you ever noticed how a man's behavior starts to shift when he's genuinely falling for you? It's subtle at first, but then it becomes impossible to ignore. One of the most clearest signs that he's developing deep feelings for you is when he says, "You make me want to be a better man." This simple sentence holds so much weight because when a man feels this way, it means you've sparked something within him that he didn't even know he needed. It's not just about being a better man for you, it's about his own personal growth. And you're the catalyst for that transformation. When a man looks at you and sees more than just physical attraction, when he sees someone who challenges him in the most positive way, that's when you know you become a significant force in his life. You've awakened something inside him that pushes him to look beyond his flaws and reach for the best version of himself. And when he admits this to you, it's not a casual compliment. It's an acknowledgement that your presence has made him realize his own potential. This isn't just about impressing you or making you like him more. It's about him wanting to be the best version of himself, not only for you, but for the future he envisions. This shift in mindset is incredibly powerful because it shows that his feelings for you have transcended the surface level attraction. He's not just drawn to your beauty or your smile, he's drawn to your spirit, your intellect, and the way you challenge him to be better. It's your strength, your intelligence, and your unwavering support that make him feel like he's capable of achieving greater things in life. When a man says, "You make me want to be a better man," he's telling you that you've inspired him in ways that go far beyond your relationship. He's seeing a reflection of his potential in the way you handle life, in the way you approach challenges, and in the way you carry yourself. You've shown him that there's more to life than just the day-to-day grind. You've opened his eyes to the possibility of something bigger, something more fulfilling. Your influence on him is subtle but powerful, making him realize that he can do more, be more, and achieve more. But this transformation isn't always easy for him. The path to self-improvement can be challenging, and it requires vulnerability. When he says these words, he's also acknowledging that he feels safe with you. He trusts you enough to open up about his desires to grow. You're not just someone who accepts him as he is. You're someone who sees his potential, who believes in him even when he struggles to believe in himself. You see beyond his flaws, and that vision of him as a better man ignites something inside him. It pushes him to go after the goals he once thought were out of reach, to improve the habits that once held him back, and to grow in ways that make him proud of who he is becoming. And here's the thing, this desire for self-improvement isn't just about pleasing you or winning your affection. It's about him wanting to live up to the person you see in him. When a man says, "You make me want to be a better man," it's because you've shown him the type of person he can become, not through your words, but through your actions. Your strength, your resilience, and your ability to push through life's challenges have made him realize that he too can overcome obstacles and become something greater than what he once believed was possible. This isn't a one-time feeling. This is a shift in the way he views his own potential, and that's where the true magic lies. You've inspired him to take action, to make changes, and to approach life with a renewed sense of purpose. He no longer sees himself as stuck in his old ways. He sees himself as capable of growth and improvement, and the best part, he wants to share that growth with you. He wants to show you that the person he is becoming is someone worthy of your love, your admiration, and your respect. So when he tells you, you make me want to be a better man, don't just take it as a compliment. Take it as a sign that you've impacted him in ways you might not even realize. You've inspired him to grow, to reach higher, and to become the best version of himself, all because you believed in him. You've given him the push he needed to stop settling for mediocrity and to start striving for greatness. And in that journey of self-improvement, you're not just a bystander, you're the inspiration, the driving force behind his transformation. This kind of influence is rare. And when a man says this to you, know that you're not just someone he wants to impress. You're someone he admires deeply, someone whose presence in his life is changing him for the better. And that's a powerful thing. You've not only captured his heart, but you've also ignited a fire within him to become a better man for himself and for the future you two may share together. There's something special about feeling completely at ease with someone, isn't there? It's a rare and beautiful thing when you're with someone who makes you feel like you can let your guard down, be vulnerable, and truly show who you are without the fear of judgment. When a man starts saying, I feel so comfortable with you, it's one of the clearest signs that he's beginning to develop deeper feelings for you. It means he's starting to trust you in ways he hasn't trusted anyone before. This comfort goes beyond just being physically at ease around you. It's an emotional connection that signals a deep bond is forming between the two of you. He's no longer hiding parts of himself, no longer putting on a mask. When he tells you that he feels comfortable with you, he's sharing his truth with you, raw and unfiltered. He's letting you see him for who he really is, without trying to impress you or protect his vulnerabilities. It's in these moments that you truly get to know someone. Not just the polished, put-together version they present to the world, but the person they are at their core. And when a man opens up like this, you know you've earned his trust. You've created a space where he feels safe enough to be his authentic self, and that's a privilege not everyone gets. Comfort in a relationship isn't just about being able to sit together in silence without feeling awkward. It's about feeling emotionally secure with someone, knowing that you can share your fears, your dreams, your flaws, and your imperfections without the fear of being misunderstood. And when a man feels this comfort with you, he's not just saying that he enjoys your company, he's saying that you become a place of refuge for him. He's telling you that you've made him feel seen, heard, and valued in ways that few others have. Think about it. How often do people truly feel like they can be themselves? In a world that constantly demands us to perform, to meet expectations, and to present an idealized version of who we are, it's rare to find someone who gives us the freedom to let go of that facade. And when a man says, I feel so comfortable with you, it's because you've given him that freedom. You've created an environment where he can be honest, be vulnerable, and be completely real without fear of rejection. It's not just about feeling comfortable in the small moments either. It's about how you make him feel in the bigger moments too. The times when life gets tough, when challenges arise, or when he's dealing with his own inner struggles. If he feels like he can lean on you during these times, if he knows that you'll be there to support him without judgment, then that comfort deepens even further. It's in those moments when he starts to realize that your connection is more than just casual. It's something that has the potential to weather life's storms together. When a man starts feeling this kind of comfort with you, it means he's beginning to see you not just as someone he's dating, but as someone he could build something real with. Comfort doesn't just mean ease. It means stability, trust, and emotional security. And when he feels emotionally secure with you, he starts to let his guard down in ways he hasn't with others. He might tell you things that he's never shared before, revealing parts of himself that he's kept hidden for years. It's not something he does lightly. It's a reflection of how much he values the space you've created together. But here's the thing. Comfort doesn't mean complacency. When a man says he feels comfortable with you, it doesn't mean he's taking you for granted or doesn't have to make an effort anymore. It means that he's comfortable enough to let go of the surface level interactions and connect with you on a deeper level. It means that he feels safe enough to let the relationship grow in a genuine, authentic way. He no longer feels the need to put up walls or play games. Instead, he's ready to invest in something real, something meaningful, because he knows that with you, he doesn't have to pretend to be someone else. The beauty of this comfort is that it's mutual. It's not just him feeling comfortable with you, it's also about you feeling comfortable with him. When both people in a relationship can truly be themselves without fear of judgment or rejection, that's when the magic happens. That's when the connection deepens and the relationship evolves into something powerful. It's about two people showing up authentically, supporting each other, and building something together that's grounded in trust, respect, and emotional security. If he's saying that he feels comfortable with you, it's a clear sign that your relationship is moving beyond just the surface level. He's not just seeing you as someone he likes to spend time with, he's seeing you as someone he could rely on, someone he could trust, and someone he could build a future with. Comfort like this doesn't just happen overnight. It's something that's developed through shared experiences, through vulnerability, and through the consistent, unconditional support you offer each other. So when a man opens up and says that he feels comfortable with you, take it to heart. It's a reflection of the deep emotional bond you're forming, and it's a sign that your connection is growing stronger. You've created a space where he can truly be himself. And in doing so, you've shown him that you're someone he can trust with his heart. And that's something truly special. Have you ever felt like you've become more than just a part of someone's life, but an essential piece of their world? It's a powerful feeling, knowing that someone sees you as irreplaceable, someone they can't imagine their day-to-day existence without. When a man begins to say things like, "I can't imagine my life without you," or "You're so important to me," it's a clear sign that you've become deeply essential to him. These words aren't just casual compliments. They carry a deeper meaning that speaks to how you've rooted yourself into the fabric of his life. When you're someone's essential, you're not just another person they're dating. You've become a part of their daily routine, their dreams, and their future. You've brought something to his life that no one else has. Whether it's the way you make him feel understood or the support you provide during tough times, your presence has become a lifeline for him. He doesn't just value you, he needs you. And this need is rooted in the deep emotional connection you've nurtured together. It's more than just affection, it's about trust, respect, and the sense of security you've built over time. When a man sees you as essential, he's not just thinking about how much he likes you, he's thinking about how much he's grown and evolved because of you. You've become a source of stability, someone he can rely on not just for the good times, but for the bad ones too. It's in those moments of vulnerability, when life throws its challenges, that your importance to him becomes even more evident. You've shown him that no matter what happens, he can count on you to be by his side, offering unwavering support. This level of significance doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, meaningful connections, and shared experiences. It's the way you show up for him when he needs you the most. It's the little things you do without expecting anything in return. Whether it's a thoughtful text just to check in, or a quiet gesture of affection when he's had a tough day, these actions, though small, have a huge impact, slowly weaving you into the very essence of his life. Over time, these moments build a foundation that makes you not just someone he likes, but someone he needs. Being essential means you've created a space in his heart that no one else can fill. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. You've shown him the beauty of vulnerability, how to trust someone fully, and how to love without fear. It's about the emotional connection you fostered together that's built on mutual understanding, respect, and deep affection. When he starts to depend on you emotionally, not out of weakness, but out of genuine desire, that's when you know you become irreplaceable in his life. There's a sense of fulfillment that comes with being someone's essential. It's not about being needed for superficial reasons, like for convenience or companionship. It's about the profound role you play in his life, the way you help him grow, challenge him, and bring out the best version of himself. You've touched him in ways that go beyond the surface. Your presence in his life has led him to reflect, to evolve, and to think about his future in a way he never did before. The beauty of becoming essential is that it's a mutual feeling. It's not just about him needing you, it's about you needing him as well. When both people in a relationship recognize their importance to each other, that's when true partnership begins. It's not about one person being the giver and the other the taker. It's about two people contributing equally to a bond that's built on love, trust, and shared growth. You've come to rely on each other, not just for emotional support, but also for companionship, encouragement, and inspiration. You both recognize the deep role you play in each other's lives. This deep connection is transformative. When you've become essential to someone, you've entered a realm of intimacy that goes beyond physical attraction. It's about the emotional safety you provide, the understanding you offer, and the way you're able to see each other's flaws without judgment. You've created a space where he feels free to be himself, to be vulnerable, and to trust that you'll always have his back. This kind of relationship is rare, and it's built over time with patience, commitment, and a willingness to invest in each other's happiness and well-being. When a man begins to see you as essential, he's not just in it for the moment. He's thinking about the future, about how you two can continue building together. Your presence has become so ingrained in his life that he can't picture a future without you by his side. This is the kind of relationship that has the potential to last. One that is not based on fleeting moments, but on a deep, lasting connection that only strengthens over time. So when you hear him say, "I can't imagine my life without you," know that it's not just a passing sentiment. It's the reflection of how deeply you've embedded yourself in his world, how important you've become to his happiness, and how essential you are to his emotional well-being. Your role in his life is irreplaceable, and that's something incredibly special. When a man starts talking about the future with you in it, it's a clear sign that something deep is happening inside him. He's not just thinking about the present moment, but he's imagining a life that includes you in the long term. When he says things like, "I can see us growing old together," or "I can picture a future with you," it's not just casual talk. These words carry weight, and they speak volumes about how deeply he's invested in you and in the relationship. He's no longer just living in the here and now. He's envisioning a life where you're a constant, a partner he can count on. When a man begins to see a future together, he's not just looking at the surface of the relationship. He's delving deep into what it would mean to share his life with you. He's thinking about the highs and lows, the challenges and the triumphs, and he's realizing that he wants to experience it all with you by his side. This kind of future isn't about just sharing a few more dates or spending more time together. It's about building something solid, something lasting, something that will withstand the test of time. In those moments when he talks about a future together, it's clear that he's not just imagining the good times, he's thinking about the everyday life, the morning coffees, the quiet nights in, the ups and downs that come with sharing a life with someone. This is where true intimacy begins to blossom. He's picturing not just the ideal version of you, but the real, authentic you. The one he knows and loves, the one he can't wait to wake up to every day. It's in these moments that he starts to think about the little details that will shape your shared future. The home you'll build, the vacations you'll take, the children you might have, and the memories you'll create together. What makes this vision of the future so significant is that it's not about him just planning ahead for the sake of it. It's about him realizing that you've become someone he wants to build with. He's no longer just thinking about his own goals and dreams. He's considering how they can align with yours. This is a powerful shift in perspective. He's no longer seeing his life as something separate from yours, but as something that intertwines with yours. The future he imagines now includes both of you. And that is a sign that he's starting to see you as a permanent part of his world. The beauty of hearing him talk about a future together is that it shows you how much he values you and the connection you share. It's not about him merely fantasizing about a life with someone. It's about him recognizing your worth, your strengths, and how they complement his own. He's thinking about how much joy and fulfillment you bring to his life, and he's eager to see what you two can accomplish together. When a man sees a future with you, it's because he's already begun to recognize the potential for something great between you. This level of commitment is not just about the grand gestures or the romantic dreams. It's about the quiet moments too. The small, everyday things that create the foundation for a lasting relationship. He's thinking about the future not just as a time for adventure and excitement, but also as a time to share simple, meaningful experiences with you. He imagines doing the little things together, cooking dinner, watching movies on the couch, laughing at inside jokes that only the two of you understand. These aren't just passing moments, they're the building blocks of a life he can't wait to share with you. When a man begins to talk about the future with you, he's showing you that he's not just in the moment with you, he's committed to making that moment last. He's thinking about how you two can grow together, overcome obstacles together, and create something beautiful. He's not afraid to dream with you, to share his hopes and aspirations for the future, and to include you in those dreams. This is the true foundation of a lasting relationship, not just the promises of love and affection, but the willingness to build something real, something that can withstand whatever comes your way. The key to this vision of the future is the depth of trust and understanding that exists between you. When a man starts to imagine a future together, it means he feels secure with you, comfortable enough to believe that you both can weather any storm. He sees you as someone who will stand by him through thick and thin, someone he can rely on, not just for the good times, but also for the difficult moments. This level of trust is the bedrock of any lasting relationship. And when he sees a future with you, it means he believes you both have what it takes to make it work. There's a kind of excitement that comes with this vision of the future. It's not just about the big, grand plans. It's about the anticipation of what's to come. The journey you're on together is only just beginning, and the thought of all the possibilities ahead fills him with a sense of joy and excitement. He can't wait to see what the future holds because he knows that whatever it is, he'll be facing it with you by his side. So, when he talks about a future together, don't take it lightly. These aren't just words. They're the reflection of his feelings, his trust, and his desire to build something lasting with you. He's not just envisioning a few more dates. He's picturing a lifetime of shared experiences, growth, and love. And that vision is something worth cherishing because it means that, for him, you've become a part of his future, something irreplaceable and essential to the life he wants to create. When a man genuinely wants to make you happy, it's not just about doing nice things for you on a whim. It's about a deeper, more profound desire to see you smile, to see you thrive, and to experience your joy. His actions aren't motivated by obligation or expectation, but by an intense, heartfelt wish to brighten your world in any way he can. It's an emotional connection that goes beyond surface-level gestures. It's a commitment to your happiness that resonates on a level you can feel deep within your soul. When he makes an effort to go out of his way to ensure you're happy, it's a clear sign that he's invested in a relationship not just because of what he gets from it, but because he wants to see you happy. It's the little things, the thoughtful gestures, the attention to detail, and the way he listens to what you need and then acts on it. He's paying attention to your likes and dislikes, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams, because he knows that when he brings joy into your life, it fills both of you with a sense of fulfillment. He's creating a world where your happiness is a priority, where your well-being matters just as much as his own. One of the most striking signs that he wants to make you happy is the way he's constantly thinking about how his actions will affect you. He's not just acting for the moment, but he's anticipating how his choices will impact your feelings in the future. Whether it's planning a special date that's perfectly tailored to what you enjoy, or it's simply doing something as simple as checking in with you during a busy day to make sure you're doing okay, his desire to make you happy is evident in everything he does. He's not just thinking about himself or his own needs, he's considering yours as well. This kind of thoughtfulness is incredibly powerful because it shows that he's not just in the relationship for his own benefit, but he's in it to support you, uplift you, and help you feel loved and cherished. It's not always about grand romantic gestures either. It's often in the quiet, seemingly insignificant moments that his desire to make you happy shines the brightest. It's the way he remembers the small details, the things you've mentioned in passing, the things that matter to you even if they don't seem important to others. He's paying attention, and that's a reflection of how deeply he cares about your happiness. When he goes out of his way to make your life easier or brighter, it shows that he truly values you and wants you to experience the best life has to offer. His actions speak louder than words because he's showing you time and time again that your happiness matters to him in a way that is unspoken but deeply felt. Another powerful indicator that he wants to make you happy is the way he supports your dreams and goals. He's not threatened by your success or your aspirations. Instead, he's your biggest cheerleader. When he sees you pursuing something you're passionate about, he's the first one to encourage you, to motivate you, and to remind you of your own strengths. He wants to see you succeed, not just for the sake of your accomplishments, but because he knows that your happiness is tied to your ability to follow your dreams. When you're happy and fulfilled in what you do, it makes him happy as well. His support doesn't come from a place of need or control. It comes from a place of pure admiration and love for who you are and what you stand for. This emotional support is often shown in the way he responds to your challenges when you're feeling down or facing difficulties. He's there for you, offering comfort and reassurance. He's not looking for a way out of the hard times. He's offering a shoulder to lean on, his ear to listen, and his heart to help carry the burden. His desire to make you happy doesn't stop when things get tough. It intensifies. He understands that true happiness isn't just about the good times, but it's about weathering the storms together and coming out stronger on the other side. His commitment to your happiness is also evident in the sacrifices he's willing to make. It's the times he compromises on his own needs to ensure that you're taken care of, that you feel loved, and that you're supported. Whether it's rearranging his schedule to spend time with you, or making an effort to improve the relationship in meaningful ways, he's showing you that he's willing to put in the work because your happiness matters to him more than anything else. These sacrifices aren't made begrudgingly. They come from a place of love and care, and they reflect his genuine desire to see you happy. What makes this kind of love so special is the way it transcends any one moment or gesture. It's not about grand displays or dramatic changes. It's about the quiet, everyday actions that reflect his deep, ongoing commitment to your joy. He's always looking for ways to make your life easier, more comfortable, and more fulfilling. And in doing so, he's not only contributing to your happiness, but also to the happiness of the relationship itself. When you're both working together to bring joy into each other's lives, it creates a bond that's unbreakable. A foundation that's built on mutual respect, care, and an unspoken promise to always prioritize each other's happiness. At the heart of all of this is the simple yet powerful truth that when a man truly wants to make you happy, he's not just thinking about what makes him feel good in the moment. He's thinking about the long term, about how to create a life where your joy is a constant. His love for you is reflected in the way he works to bring happiness into your world, and it's in these small, beautiful moments that you realize just how deeply he cares. When you know that he wants to see you happy, you're not just receiving love, you're receiving a commitment, a promise, and a partnership that will support your happiness today and always.